Hi YouTubers, it is State Fair Shows here, and it is Monday, May 5th, 2014, and I'm finally getting around to show this. Now this building right here is not what I'm showing, obviously. I'm just going to show something else from a television show that I like. And that television show is PAW Patrol. It is a television show that airs on Nickelodeon every morning, well, except for Saturdays and Sundays, of course, and it's pretty much about these 6 dogs who were led by a boy named Ryder, and they pretty much go across their town saving the day. And I'm just going to go around this building as I talk about it. But, yeah, pretty much, there's Marshall the Dalmatian, Chase the German Shepherd, Sky, who's a cockapoo, Suma, who's a chocolate lab, Rocky, whose breed is currently not confirmed, and then there is, Rubble, who is I believe is an English Bulldog. Yeah, I think he is. Alright, but pretty much what I was going to show you today, which is, well, let's see, no, this is not my first Minecraft video, because I uploaded a Pocket Edition video from 2012. But anyways, without further ado, I would like to show you the building that the pups live in PAW Patrol, which is referred to as the Lookout. And the Lookout is actually quite interesting in its structure. Very cool shape, I have to say, but it was also quite difficult to build. So, don't want to give away any spoilers, kind of, I want this to all come in at once. So, well, actually, first let me turn around and show the little gate. I mean, I know it's nothing, but, and then up there you see the little New Year's ball I built, but later on, if I get a better recording device, I might, make a Minecraft channel and show you, because, I mean, this world is quite huge, obviously, as you can see by the map. Obviously quite big, but not completely filled, because me and a friend have been working on this since October, and that friend is I Know What the Rock is Cooking. You can check out his channel. I might put a link in the description, I don't know. Alright, so without further ado, here is the Lookout from PAW Patrol. Now, I'm not sure if all my subscribers, have seen the building, but, it's quite difficult. It was very difficult for me to construct, obviously. I mean, you can see by the shape of it, kind of looks like a cup in a way, like maybe one of those trophy cups in a way. I don't know how to explain it, but yes, very difficult to make. Well, maybe not too difficult if you're an experienced builder, but, I've only been... Now, this is on the Minecraft Xbox 360 edition, and once again, I apologize, this is being displayed to you in standard definition, but once again, if I do get a better recording device, I might make a new one. Alright, so, with that being said, now this is the little garage that Ryder comes out of when it's time for a mission. Of course, this garage currently does not lift up, and, but I do have an alternate. Oh my goodness, I can't even speak today. An alternate entrance for this garage. Now, I know that this doesn't look much like an ATV, but obviously it's very difficult to build a car slash vehicle in Minecraft, and what's that? Mine carts. That wouldn't look really... It would look lazy. So, I mean, I don't know, I tried to give a little effort. But pretty much in this little garage part is just, little chest for keeping tools, I guess. Ryder's tool room. I know that, this is just... Now, this specific part is just based on my, what I think could be under the Lookout, because I know there should be an underground part, because, they have terrain around it. But anyways, this is Lookout security. I mean, obviously I don't think they would have security, but there's nothing in here. And for some reason I have a lever acting as a door. Oh well, I'll close that later. Then there's the ATV. So, actually, before I go into the top part, now I know obviously that, I say obviously a lot, I'm so sorry, but in the show, the pups usually sleep outside, but they do sleep inside on occasion, and I kind of made up their own little bedrooms to stay in, like here's Marshall's bedroom. It's all pretty much the same, it's just different colors. Like, Marshall's main colors are red and orange because he's obviously a fire pup, Dalmatian, and, each pups have their own little bathroom. And actually, you know what, I could, since the recent update came out, I could just, use quartz stairs as the bathtub, but don't want to waste any of your guys' time. I'll do that later, and then maybe later when I get a better recording device, I can, show it off again with more updates. So yeah, like I said, just everything's the same virtually. You know, uh, everything's the same way. It's just, different colors to match the pups' uniforms. Alright, so, actually, before I go on, back here, I had a rider's bedroom, and I don't know if I was just getting lazy, but I don't know. Here's the bathroom, and it doesn't look like there's a toilet in here, but there's like one of those, walk-in showers. And why is there glowstone up there? I don't know, but I could picture that being quite warm in real life. And here's Ryder's main bedroom. Like I said, I don't know if I got lazy with it, but I mean, I don't know. You be the judge. And don't want to put a painting here, so I just kind of pretended, like they don't have TV reception in Minecraft. I don't know. Because it kind of looks like static. But yes, a little information as I go back to the top part of the lookout. I built this in February, around February 11th, 2014, around that point. And also, well, let's see, it took me about 3 days to build. And I had to obviously constantly look at pictures to make sure I got this right, because I didn't want any error in this. I didn't want it to look not right, because I don't know if some people have tried, but I have seen a few people's attempts at Paw Patrol and Minecraft, and they didn't look too well. Alright, so here's a little closer look at the lookout, and one of the toughest parts about this building, obviously, is the terrain around it. So I kind of made it look like the ground was, how can I explain it? I think you get the picture, but, all this right here, all this terrain and all this grass that's being, that's going up, I put that there, and it was so difficult to get that right. I mean, I had to rebuild certain parts, especially this corner, multiple times. Like I said, a very, very difficult structure to build. I mean, you can try it, but really, I mean, that's up to you. It would take, now, maybe if you were on PC, because I don't play PC, I just do the Xbox edition, maybe this would go a little smoother for you, but, this takes a lot of time and patience, and, patience is basically the main, thing you need here. But, excuse me, anyways, here's all the trees around the lookout, and down here at the lookout, they have the pup houses. Now, once again, I couldn't fully detail this because it would be huge and it would take up all this space, and I already, had, well, I wouldn't say little to work with, but I think you get the picture. Here's Chase's pup house, and each pup house has voice crack. Each pup house has the little water bowl, and let's see, there's Skies, which actually I could put like little helicopter blades on there, because she drives a helicopter. And then here's Zuma's, Rocky's, Rubble's, and my personal favorite out of the show, Marshall. Alright, so, and I don't know what this was for, but for some reason they had this here in the show. And here's a sign, Lookout Paw Patrol HQ. And actually, before I go in here, as a random fun fact, the Paw Patrol Facebook page actually shared a photo of this to their own timeline, because they apparently thought it was, quote, pawsome. That was around February when they did that, so special thanks to them for doing that. I appreciated it. Makes me feel like I've done a good job on this. Alright, so let's go in here. Well, you know what? I could do a sliding door mechanism. Why? Man, there's so many things I've forgotten about it. I could really improve this a lot if I wanted to, but I guess it's good enough for this video. And yes, here's all the dogs. Now, obviously, I couldn't put, like, I couldn't put a Dalmatian here or a Chocolate Lab. They're all the same. But to signify which is which, I have dyed their collars the respective color of the dog that I'm wanting them to represent. So, obviously, like Rubble here in yellow, Marshall's here in red, Zuma's here in orange, and here you see well, Minecraft version of Chase and Sky playing the Putt Putt Boogie, which looks more like Mortal Kombat. Um, so yes, here's the bottom part of the lookout. Now the floors, I believe, used to be sandstone, um, but I changed it to look a little more. I don't know. I want this just to be as accurate as possible. And this, in case you don't know what this is just in the show. Like they have this little thing where you can push like pup treats out if you pay attention to when they're inside the lookout. So this is just kind of what that is for. And there's really nothing back here. It's just and this pole is like for Ryder to come down because it goes all the way down the pole and then you know comes down here. I think, but and this part is just a back door to and here's the nice sky. And the that's a back door to the lookout. Oh, and one last thing I wanted to show before I go on the inside. This slide. If you attempt to build this in Minecraft, I have to say this slide will likely be one of the most difficult parts because obviously this wraps around the building and I mean I know it looks so I don't know. You be the judge, but you have to make this wrap around the building. But yes, this especially took a lot of time to get right. Well, I wouldn't say it's. Oh man, I'm having a lot of voice cracks today. I wouldn't say it's right, but I mean, I tried my best, and tried my best. Okay, so without further ado, here is the elevator they walk in. And this trapdoor just leads to the bottom here. Actually, I should do another entrance because that would be kind of awkward having a trapdoor in the elevator. Like I said, you be the judge. Alright, so here is the elevator. Now, halfway up this elevator, if you watch the show or if your kids watch the show or, somebody that watches it, when they go up the elevator, there's an animation of them going up and then it stops at the little badge and, it lights up. Because that's when they put on their gear. Well, here I put like a little locker room kind of thing. And, actually, just a moment. Anyways, I put a little locker room here, so they could change into their clothes or gear or whatever. Here's Marshall's gear, Rebel's gear, Chase's gear, Rocky's gear, Zuma, and the Sky's gear. So yes, anyways, as you go up, you see the glowstone here as the lights. So we're going up, 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 and this area, I don't even know if this is in the lookout, but it's just a random area to walk around. This building isn't 100% accurate, but I myself would say this is about 95% accurate, because there are a few things that I don't believe I got right. But oh well, here is the top of the lookout, the observatory, as it's called, and looks like Rebel's being called upon for a mission, and here's all the pups' little, well, I wouldn't say badges, but color, and here is the little slide where they go down. Now, obviously, well, I wouldn't say this slide works, but you get the picture. And this is the little pole that Ryder goes down when it's time for a mission. All right, Paw Patrol is on a roll, and then he goes down here. Now, this doesn't go all the way down to the ground; it only goes like half the way down, but I think you can imagine him going down and going to a mission. So yes, here's the observatory, and I think I did an okay on the inside parts. Now the roof is an interesting part because it has multiple colors, and I think it goes up. I don't know if it's just a straight flat roof, but I also wanted to give the roof a little bit of light so everything was properly lit. So I put torches around it. But and this yellow part, this is the bottom part of the what's the word I'm looking for? The periscope. Yes, the periscope. And even here I put like a little eye my goodness, voice crack. Eyeball. Um, Up here, as if you were looking out, there you see some of the other buildings I put in this world, and plus the building over there that me and my friend worked on, the shopping mall, but that'll be shown later, and, you know, nice little view, and, oh, here's the top of the lookout as well, this little top piece. It kind of resembled a fireman's hat if you look at it in a certain way, like a weird fireman's hat. This also was kind of difficult to build, with the shape, obviously, a little bit difficult to get right, but excuse me. But I got it right, I guess. It's up to you. And here's a little area that I think like lights up as the pups are going up, like the light goes around it or something. I don't know, but that's just basically what that's for. And here's the badge. And yeah, this is the Paw Patrol Lookout HQ, and actually they're going to be releasing a toy version of this in August, I believe, because I found a PDF document telling all the release dates. So yes, this is coming out in August in toy form, so you'll get to own this in real life, I guess. And here's like the little door, oh yes, and also here you can look out here instead of looking out through the periscope. You can get another view of the little city that I'm still working on. Alright, well, I think it's time to wrap up this video since I have shown just about everything. I think I've got everything. Oh, wait, no I haven't. I still have one last thing. This is, a little play area. In some episodes you can see the pups, like, kind of racing themselves, and then, they jump over the little obstacles, that sort of thing. Alright, now, without further ado, I believe it's time to end the video here, and I hope you all have enjoyed this video, and I hope you like the building, and I hope you think it's pawsome. Yes, pawsome with a P. And, yeah, this is the Lookout from Paw Patrol, the headquarters. And, if you want to watch Paw Patrol, it comes on Nickelodeon weekdays, 7:30 in the morning Central, that is, since I'm here in Alabama. We run on Central Time, and it also airs at 11 a.m. Central or just 12 Eastern. Alright, so, thank you for watching, and this is State First Shows, signing out. And here's a last look at the Lookout before I end this video. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. See ya.